Dr. Rudy Cashman, neurosurgeon in Fort Wayne, Indiana, actually for 40 years. And I'm only 39 years old. You know, after seeing these thousands of patients, I have realized that 50 to 80% of the people that I'm looking at really is a physical presentation of stress. So I read a lot about it and also experienced these patients over these years to the point that I formed the Mind-Body Index, just like the demonstration here to my left, to your right. On that, I list what I call mind-body diseases. These are illnesses that could be treated conservatively, no injections, no narcotics, no surgery. They probably represent 50 to 80% of what a physician looks at. Isn't it something? So what do we need to graduate from medical school? Wellness doctors. Wellness doctors. Let me go through these diseases a little bit. They are caused by stress. Tonight's lecture here will be on stress reduction, because stress is a cause of these illnesses. And I'll just spend a minute and go over them. Irritable bowel syndrome, 20 million people. Fibromyalgia, probably another 20 million people. 20% of cancers due to stress. Chest pain, 75% of people see a doctor with chest pain is stress reaction. Nothing fancy needs to be done. And I could go down the line through these 20, 30 illnesses. They are 10 times more common in women than men. That's interesting. And that's what this graph demonstrates, the difference between men and women. Why is that? Women are under a lot more stress. A number of kids, they get a job, and then the real kid comes home at night and wants dinner to be ready. They lead very stressful lives. Their endorphins, their own morphine, don't work as good as male endorphins. So that's the reason we see a lot more of this in females than in men. And these need conservative treatment. They don't need injections, operations, and narcotics, which unfortunately I see a lot of. So the cause of this is stress. So let's go into the main lecture now, stress reduction. And I'll going to demonstrate and teach you the physiology of stress and what you can do about it. And we'll go through this. Let's go through a history a little bit. Hans Seeley, a neurophysiologist in Montreal, originally from Germany, he did an awful lot of research on this in animals. He did it for many years, probably published 1,000 papers. He's no longer alive. And he tried to search for a definition of stress. He called it the non-specific response of the body to a psychological or physical threat. Another definition is the rate of wear and tear in your body. The best definition, though, I think, is inability to cope with perceived, what your perception is, real or imaginary, doesn't have to be real, threats to one's mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. That's the best definition of stress. A very nice one to remember. What are causes of it, for example? Western society, we live in a very stressful society. Too much going on. Too much email, texting, job, threats of losing one's job, have to drive to work. Sometimes people drive for an hour or two. No time for ourselves. Raising 3 children and no help. A lot of times employers don't pay for someone to watch your children while you're working, men and wife both working. That's very stressful. Life itself and the circumstances